I'm going to explain to you today why prioritizing your goals and your dreams over your friendships and relationships is actually going to lead you to have better relationships and more intimate, satisfying connections than the ones that you already have. And I have three awesome quotes that maybe you've heard before up here that I'm going to use to explain why this is the case, okay? Reason number one is a rising tide raises all ships, okay? So if somebody truly values you and they see that you're going from, hey, I want to hang out and do drugs or whatever, to, hey, I actually want to grow in this area and maybe start a business and maybe go to college or whatever that thing is, that person is going to see that you're getting better. And if they truly, maybe they truly want to do the same thing, but they're scared. And when they see you do it, it gives them encouragement, and then they can do the same thing. And what happens is when you raise the tide, all ships rise, okay? So your friends that are truly your friends, and maybe they have some hang-ups, what you're doing is you're leading them. You're being a great example to them. And now that connection's getting even better because then they can expose themselves when maybe they struggled with hiding or being vulnerable, like when they, let's just say you wanted to start a YouTube channel or whatever, and they deep down really wanted to do the same thing, but they were scared of rejection or whatever it is, or that everyone would make fun of them. Now what's happening is now cool. Now that friend says, hey, you know what? I wanted to do that same thing too. And it causes a stronger bond, okay? I've got one of my friends that I grew up with, and me and him grew up and we started doing a bunch of like party stuff together. We drifted apart and then actually really tried to start leveling up our lives, and we reconnected. So that friendship that we have now is actually a lot better than it used to be because of where we are both headed in life, and we have this experience of, hey, we grew up together, we both went this way, and then we decided we wanted to go this way, and we went different directions, and then life kind of brought us back together, and now we have like a better brotherhood because we both decided to raise the tide together, okay? So that's just the quality of your relationships. When you start being authentic and who you really want to be, people are also going to mirror that, and they're going to feel safe to be authentic. And then that relationship is more fulfilling than, hey, we just sit and watch football. Yeah, the Packers are doing really good this year. Oh my God, did you see the Nuggets game? All that good stuff, okay? You have now a deeper connection and a deeper brotherhood and more vulnerability, which is definitely key for satisfaction in relationships, at least in my life, okay? I'm only using examples from things that I've actually experienced, okay? So number two is separate the wheat from the chaff. This is a Bible verse or a farmer's thing. And basically what happens is the concept is this, and I've used this. I used to own parrots. I used to have some parrots and parakeets, and this is what I had to do. So when they eat you fill up a seed dish, and so what they do is they shell the seed. So the seed has like a little casing around it, and they actually split it with their beak, eat the seed, and leave the shell behind. And the shell is like a light, kind of similar to like an onion peel material. And what happens is I would go outside then, and on a windier day, I would have like a bucket underneath, and I would pour the seed out in the windy day, and the wind would catch all of the shells, and it would carry that away with the wind, and only what was left is the seed. So I would reuse their seed dishes in order to preserve the seed and make sure they were eating all of it, so I don't have to buy more all the time by just throwing it out. And actually make use of the good seed, but separate the wheat from the chaff. That is basically that principle. I'm taking half. I'm separating the good from the bad. Okay, the good from the bad, the useful from the unuseful. All right, and so what I'm doing is when I'm authentic, there are people that are just like, dude, I want to be a fucking loser. I prioritize being a loser, or maybe they don't even want to be a loser. Maybe they just want to go in a different direction. Maybe they want to be a winner, but it's just not in an area that you actually relate to. And so that's all we're doing. We're just separating who's going to be in our circle, who's going to be at our nights table with us and who's not. Okay, that's all we're doing. And guess what? The people at the Knights table are a lot cooler than the people at the smoking circle where we're all passing the joint around. I can assure you that that is going to be way cooler than everyone smoking weed together. And then the last one is from Rings of Power, new life in defiance of death. I really like this phrase, okay? So what happens is a lot of those people, those relationships and friendships are going to die, okay? Sometimes those relationships are around because of time, and time is the only reason why that those relationships are around. It's not you don't like each other, you're not going in the same direction, it's just time. And it's like, oh, we've just been friends for so long. And really, here's what's going to happen. Those friendships are going to die, and new life is going to appear in defiance of death. Sure, those relationships that you had all your life, they're going to die, but new life in defiance of death, you're going to have new relationships that pop up and people that replace those people that are going to be better. You know what? It's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes people have different relationships in life, and sometimes those people go away for a while and then go on a life path and come back, and that's okay and that's awesome. But when we prioritize what our goals are, we're going to have better relationships, okay? The people around us that really care about us or maybe are scared are going to rise to a new level, and we're going to have a deeper, intimate connection with them. Number two, the people that were not of us will leave from among us, okay? They're going to go, all right? And number three, new life is going to happen. New friends are going to appear. If you look at your life on a timeline, let's just say you're 28 like me, and you're 28 and you lose 3 friends, okay? And you're at a net loss of those 3 friends. But at 35, 38, and 47, you meet 3 new friends that replace them that are way better than those friends that you lost, and they end up being there for the rest of your life, okay? Relationships are important, but what's more important than our relationships is the quality of relationships and the people that we have in our circle. Do I want somebody who's going to be there for you or not? Do you want people like a lot of different cultures, maybe it's Hispanic culture or Asian culture, whatever it is, those people really are big on the group, okay? And those people are there for them. When the reason they stick together is because those are quality relationships. Everyone helps each other, but here we live in an individualistic society here in America, and the relationships are not necessarily the same. I'm sure there's toxic people in Hispanic families and Asian families and all other cultures that really live in more of like a tribe or group mentality versus our Western individualistic society. But the reality is, those relationships are a little bit more quality usually when they're in a group. When you have somebody that's there for you, the overarching theme is those people, sure, they may not be there, they may not be the best all the time, but when you need a friend, that person is there because the network is important. So your network is important in life, and who you put in your network. If you even think about Jesus didn't just pick 12 random losers. Jesus specifically picked specific people in order to have like the best disciples or whatever. And even in his life, did he have to experience separating the wheat from the chaff and things like that by one of his friends betraying him. But that group and that friendship was really important to him. If you look at some of the quotes he said, I don't call you followers, I call you friends. You are my friends, is what he said. So that's what you want to have. You don't want followers, you want friends. You want people that are going to be there. And I want you to chase your goals, because guess what? Chasing your goals with 2 to 6 other people is way better than chasing your goals or chasing your goals with nobody. And it's also way better than not chasing your goals with a bunch of losers. All right, so have a wonderful day, guys. Go chase your dreams.